the newest cable news star who is upcoming, and that would be Jen Psaki. Let's go ahead and put Sarah Fisher's report from Axios there. So she says that Jen Psaki will host a show for MSNBC on NBC Universal's streaming platform, Peacock.
Oh my God.
She will also be part of live programming on MSNBC's cable network as a voice on different shows, but she will not be hosting the 9 p.m. hour, replacing Rachel Maddow, which has been speculated. I also thought this is kind of interesting. In the report, it mentions that NBC News in particular has several outlets for talent looking to host their own programs. In addition to Peacock, it also has a 24/7 news streaming network called NBC News Now, which I've literally never heard of.
Yeah, it's one of those projects like on YouTube where they go 24 hours. I think ABC News does this as well. Look, all of these guys are pivoting to streaming and doing this. I just think this is remarkable, which is that Jen Psaki, while she's the sitting White House press secretary, is having advanced negotiations in order to take a job and get paid really good money, probably much more money than she's getting paid at the White House, and while she continues to be the chief spokesperson for the President of the United States. I think that's corrupt. You sue me if you want to. I also thought it was corrupt and bad when Sarah Huckabee Sanders and Kayleigh McEnany immediately signed with Fox News the day after or whatever that they leave the White House. Same with Ari Fleischer, Dana Perino, all this other madness. George Stephanopoulos.
Simone Sanders, also Biden administration.
Who in media doesn't formally work as a spokesperson for the government? That's a problem. I think it's a big problem in terms of your ability to be objective. And this, though, is such across the line, as in not even waiting until you leave in order to negotiate, that even the paid mouthpieces in the press corps, including the Kristen Welker at NBC, were like, come on now, how can you be negotiating deals while you are the spokesperson for the President of the United States? Let's take a listen to this little mashup we put together.
Is it ethical for you to continue conducting this job while negotiating with a media outlet?
Well, I have always gone over and above the stringent ethical and legal requirements of the Biden administration, and I take that very seriously. And as a standard for every employee of the White House, I have received rigorous ethics counseling, including as it relates to any future employment.
Given the reports, which have now been confirmed by multiple media outlets, how can you continue to be an effective briefer if you do in fact have plans to join a media outlet?
Well, I have nothing, again, to announce about any conversations or any future plans. And at whatever time I leave the White House, I can promise you the first thing I'm going to do is sleep and spend time with my 3- and 6-year-old who are
what you're saying, but I guess the question is, how is it ethical to have these conversations with media outlets while you continue to have a job standing behind that podium?
Well, there are a range of stringent ethical and legal requirements that are imposed on everybody in this administration and many administrations past about any conversations you're having with future employers.
Is it the policy of this White House to allow staffers to have discussions, even if indirectly, with institutions that impact and affect their jobs and your job here?
Well, it is the policy of this White House to ensure that anyone who is having conversations about future employment does so through consultation with the White House counsel's office and ensuring they abide by any ethics and legal requirements. And those are conversations that I have taken very seriously and abided by every component of.
So as you can see, even the lapdogs in the press corps were like, hey, this is a little screwed up here. I don't know if I can get behind it. I think it's extraordinarily corrupt in order to have this revolving door with the media. It's outrageous, especially because she plans on staying the White House press secretary for a good month or so and has a guaranteed salary. It's not even legal for people to do this whenever it comes to lobbying. I think it's insane that it is allowed to on the media side. But at the same time, look, this is why the incentives are the way they are. They're never going to actually give it to the press whenever they want to go and work in the press in the absence. It's just a total fusion. And if you want to know what state TV looks like, it looks like this, it looks like Fox, it looks like CNN.
That's it. And they see it. Listen, I'm glad they pushed back on her, but you know, if this was coming out of the Trump White House, it'd be hair on fire, you know, everybody would be totally melting down and be leading cable news broadcasts every night. So there's very selective sort of outrage around these things. And ultimately, you can understand why Jen And Psaki did this because, yeah, she'll take a few uncomfortable questions here in the press briefing, and then she'll go on to make her millions watching, hosting a streaming show that literally no one watches.
Yeah, look, but will capitalism correct? Will the free market be at work? They'll never actually tell us what the real numbers are, but
we will never know.
Also, the idea for the show is circle back. That's what I've. No, it's not real, but I'm saying that's the meme online. Everyone should call it circle back with Jen Psaki because she never actually answers the question.
They really might do that.
They actually might do it. That's what I mean. So they're cringe enough that they could make the meme a reality.
Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.